Hey, everyone. Welcome to our Holiday Sales 5-week bootcamp. We are so excited that you're here with us. I am Jody Marvin, and alongside me is the incredible Sarah McClintock. And together we're so thrilled to be guiding you through this bootcamp, just helping you prepare for your most successful holiday season yet. All right. So that's what we're here for. We're ready to rock this right out for you. Now, Sarah and I are both really passionate about empowering women to create automated businesses that allow them the flexibility, the freedom, and the financial success that they deserve, right? So whether you're a seasoned entrepreneur or maybe you're just starting out, we've actually built this boot camp with you in mind because we know how overwhelming the holidays can be, right? And that's exactly why we created this step-by-step program to really help you break down the process. We want to help you simplify those sales, and your strategies so that you can focus on what matters the most. All right. So over the next 5 weeks, we're actually going to be walking you through everything from capturing your leads with an opt-in form to setting up your email campaign, automating all of your processes. One of my favorite things. I love automation, and actually tracking your results, right? Those numbers that are so important. So our goal is to just give you the tools and give you that support and the confidence that you need to really absolutely rock your holiday sales this year. All right. So who is ready to rock? If you're ready to rock, give me some fire in the comment, you guys. All right. So listen, you're going to be ready. You're going to be launch ready with your holiday campaign on week 5. Okay. And this is going to be a simple 5-step system. All right. So we are so glad, that you're here, and, we can't wait to see what you accomplish. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to dive in and get started. All right. So let me just check the comments here. So we have Lori. Lori, awesome to see you. Gordy, hey, and Raga, awesome. Good evening to you as well. And over here on Instagram, we have Rebecca. Hey, Rebecca and Lauren, thank you for joining. We're also streaming over on YouTube if you want to catch us on there as well. Okay. So amazing. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so that we can get started on our way here. And there we go. Look at that. We have a beautiful workbook all ready to go for you. You guys, we've worked really hard in the background. We put this together fairly quickly, and we're just so excited because we're getting a jump start on the sales process, and that's what's so important, right? Okay. So today is going to be all about laying the groundwork, okay? And this is going to be the groundwork for your holiday success. And we're going to make sure that it's not only effective, but we're going to have a lot of fun, okay? We're going to rock your sales process, okay? And this boot camp is going to be super clear, really easy to follow. It's a simple 5-step system for preparing your holiday promotions. Who doesn't want that? I know that I do. So we're going to be giving you practical hands-on sessions where we're going to be demonstrating, and actually Sarah's going to be doing the demonstrating for us, every single step in an actual CRM system. So you can follow along. It doesn't matter what CRM system that you're using. You'll be able to use this process on your own, okay? So, and yes, we're taking you on a tour of the back end of the actual CRM system that Sarah and I both use so that we can show you how to get this done, okay? We're also going to have a lot of fun. We're gonna be showing you some strategies to really make your promotions stand out this season, okay? So here's exactly what you can expect over the next 5 weeks with us. So the first one is, week 1 is going to be all about creating a very simple form to collect your leads, because you know what? Let's get real. We need that contact info to engage and to convert those leads into buyers, right? Plus, we're going to sneak in a little something extra. So, you're going to see how to set up your payment link so that you can actually collect payment from your customer in your sales process, okay? So you're going to be ready to make those holiday sales. This is like a whole package here, you guys. This is going to be incredible. Week 2 is going to be all about setting up your email campaign. This is going to keep your audience informed and excited about your holiday offers, right? Because you can't sell to silent leads, right? Week 3 is going to be all about building automations. And why? Well, it's so that you can follow up with your leads on autopilot, all right? Some automations, and not worry about losing anyone in that holiday chaos when we're always busy, right? Week 4 is about creating your sales pipeline. This is going to be your map to track where your leads are, right, in the process, and make sure that you're closing the deals at the right time. Okay. So that sales pipeline is super important. And we're including that in the boot camp. So that in itself is amazing. And week number 5, we are going to close it up. And that's when we're going to be launching, tracking, and following up. All right. You are going to be ready to launch on week 5. And we're also going to show you how to track and follow up, because it's all about measuring your success, right? And optimizing your holiday campaign so that it runs like a well-oiled machine. That is what we want to happen for you. Okay. So first things first, we're going to talk about your holiday offer. Okay. What is your holiday offer going to be? All right. So I don't want you to panic. Okay. Because you don't need to have it all figured out tonight or even next week. Right. So today it's all about getting all those creative gears turning. So start thinking about, what do you want your offer to be this holiday season? Okay. And you can still build out your holiday sales process, even, while you're finalizing your offer details. Okay. So no worries about that, but we're going to get that ball rolling tonight. All right. So the first things first is we're going to give you a few tips here before we get started about choosing your holiday offer that you can take away with you. You can kind of sit on it, let it brew a little bit and work up a strategy for yourself on what your holiday offer should be. Okay. So number 1, let's think about what's worked well for you before. Okay. So I want you to fill that in on page number 4 of the workbook. If you don't have the workbook, don't worry about it. Just write it down. Or you know what? You can come back and watch the replay and grab the workbook at that point as well. Okay. So on page number 4, number 1, I want you to write in what has worked well for me before. Okay. Now, if you've had a best-selling product or maybe a service that your clients absolutely love, the holidays are a great time to feature it, you guys. All right. So maybe you can take your signature offer and just kind of give it like a festive twist. Maybe add some holiday packaging and bundle it with something special, or, offer it as an exclusive holiday deal. Okay. So that's idea number 1 or tip number 1. Number 2 is to consider creating bundles. Write that in, bundles. So for product bundles, maybe you could bundle some complementary products together, because that's a great way to offer some value and increase some sales. And I'm going to give you an example. If you were to sell candles, okay, this is just an example. A lot of people are probably service providers here as well. But say that you sell candles. Maybe you want to offer a set of holiday candles, okay? So keep that in mind, all right? So that the bundling concept. And for services, let's say you're a social media manager, okay? Maybe you can try bundling related services together. Like, how about social media management plus holiday content planning or something like that, right? And there's a lot of different scenarios that you can use depending on what you offer as a service or a product, okay? So just keep that in mind. Number 3 is create limited time holiday services. Write that in there. So for service-based businesses, let's think about offering a holiday specific service. For example, if you're a virtual assistant, or maybe you're a social media manager, right? Or provider, you could offer something like a holiday social media package, where you create festive posts, manage seasonal campaigns, or even offer gift certificate services for clients to give to others. All right. So those are some ideas just to think about your holiday offer. All right. Now, once you have your holiday offer, what kind of discount should you offer, right? You may be asking yourself that. I don't even know where to begin with all this stuff, right? Well, let's go through a few tips here on what you could consider, okay? So number 1 on page 5 is consider a percentage discount, okay? So percentages like 15% off or 20% off are pretty popular because they do feel pretty substantial, right? Without eating too much of your profit, okay? So, you can also experiment with bigger discounts, like say 30%, for larger purchases, okay, to encourage more sales. Number 2, you could offer a dollar amount off, right? Simple. So if you have like a higher type ticket item or a service or something, you could do like a flat 50 or a flat 100, because that could be really appealing as well to customers, okay? And sometimes when you use that dollar figure, it's easier for customers to understand the savings when it's a dollar amount versus a percentage, all right? So keep that in mind as well. Number 3 is add value instead of discounting. So I want you to write that in, value and discounting, because sometimes adding value to your offer could be even more enticing than slashing your prices. Okay. So think about value, like let's say free shipping, maybe a bonus gift with your purchase, or adding extra hours to a service package. Okay. So it doesn't always have to be like a monetary thing. All right. And number 4 is to create urgency. Write that in, please. Urgency. Because you know what? Discounts work really well when they are time sensitive, don't they? I mean, you know, and I'm sure that's why you see all kinds of ads popping up around the holidays, right? You know, flash sale, holiday sale, it ends whenever, like the day after Black Friday or whatever, right? So offering a limited time deal really does create a sense of urgency. Like, you know, like I just said, 15% off until December 1st, or, you know, the 24-hour flash sale, okay, on a specific product or a specific service. And you can even test out different deals to see which one works, all right? Which one works the best, okay? It's all about testing, all right? And you can document that and use that information next year or maybe in your next promotion, okay? So you don't need to make all these decisions right now, but just start to think through what product or service that you want to highlight, okay? You know, what kind of bonus or discount that you want to offer, because this is going to help you build your holiday sales strategy a little bit more effectively, okay? That's why we wanted to tell you this all up front, so you can get the gears turning about that. And, you know, by the end of the boot camp, you're going to have everything polished and you are going to be ready to launch, okay? Because you can come back to this and kind of, you know, work through it during the week, okay? So exciting. All right. Jeanette, hello, great to see you. Yes, and Raga, thank you so much for tagging everyone. Crystal and Sharonda, yes, amazing. Thank you so much. Okay, so this is what we need to do. All right, you guys. So we're gonna think about prepping your graphics as well before we get into the nitty gritty here, okay? Because you are gonna need a couple of simple graphics for your email form, for your opt-in form and your emails, okay, that you're going to be creating. But you don't need it right away, so don't worry about it. We just want to give you the heads up so that you can start thinking about it, okay? So the first thing that you're going to need, the first graphic, is going to be an email header. So if you want to write that in on page 6, you're going to use this, you know, not only as the header on your form, but you can also use it in your email campaigns. So it'll have a dual purpose. You only have to create one, and you can use it in a couple different ways, okay? And I did include on page 6 a sample of my header that I use on my forms and in my emails. So you can kind of get a feel for, you know, just some ideas, all right? But of course, you're going to make it your own. The second image that you're going to need is totally optional, but I do think that you're going to find that this image is going to make your form beautiful, right? And it's actually a really easy step, okay? And it's just going to add some nice aesthetics and make it pop. All right, so the second graphic is a background image. So if you want to write that in, background image, okay? And that's what's going to be the background of your form, which we're going to be showing you very, very shortly, okay? And you know what? These graphics that I'm showing you right here can be done in Canva. And the great news is that if you're watching this boot camp right now, you're going to be receiving bonus done for you graphics, these exact graphics that you see right here. For both of these, so that you don't have to start from scratch. You can take these. We'll give you the link to Canva. You can pop in there, change the color, add your text, do all the things, and you know what? And it'll just make the process even easier for you. Okay. All right. So exciting. All right. So we are on to week 1. We have some key points we want you to remember before Sarah starts sharing her screen and before she starts actually, like, she's going to show you step by step. All right. Inside the CRM, inside the back end of the CRM. All right. So first of all, before we build that opt-in form, what the heck is an opt-in form? I think most of us know what that is, right? But we're going to explain this anyway. So we just want you to think of an opt-in form, like almost like your holiday wish, okay? It's a form where potential customers give you something very valuable, right? It's their contact information, like their email address or maybe their phone number if you're going to do texting or whatever, but something like that in exchange for something that you offer, right? Like a discount or a free guide or exclusive content, okay? So it's just basically them giving you information so that you can give them something in return. All right. And it's basically your open door to holiday conversations. Okay. Because once someone fills out your form, it's like they've raised their hand and said, hey, I'm interested, or they've knocked on your door. Right. And they're telling you that they're interested in your product, which is awesome. Right. We want to know that. And it really is the basically the beginning of a relationship with your customer. Because once you have that information, from there, you can engage with them, you can nurture them, and then you can ultimately guide them to make a purchase from you, okay? And that's what this is all about, right? It's our Holiday Sales Bootcamp, all right? So one thing I did want to mention is that it's really important to to build an email list with a form like this, because we all know that on social media back in March, I think, of this year, everybody lost their social media accounts, right? I mean, they didn't lose their accounts, but it was shut down. Nobody could get on. Everybody was freaking out. All these business owners that rely on social media, they couldn't get on their social media. I also know several people who have lost their profiles, lost their groups that had thousands of members, right? So it's so important to build this list. And this is how we do it, you guys. All right. All right. So number 2, why the heck is it important for your holiday promotions? Well, I just explained a lot of that to you, but without an opt-in form, you're really missing out on potential buyers. You really are, because it's like hosting a holiday party and forgetting to send out the invites. Seriously, right? And capturing leads early means that you got a direct line to people who are interested in your offers. All right. So you'll be in their inbox, right, when they're ready to shop. Cool. And that really gives you an edge over the competition, because you're right there. You're right at top of mind. Okay. The holiday season is so hectic and people are really bombarded with promotions. You see them all over the place, right? And an opt-in form lets you just, again, stay top of mind, nurture your leads with personalized emails and reminders and special offers throughout the different seasons. Okay. And the more people that opt in to your list, the more opportunities you have to just delight them with your holiday promotions, your early bird deals, and your festive sales. Okay. All right. Amazing. Now, we want to help you get ready for the holiday rush by really building a solid foundation for capturing your leads and your inquiries. Okay. So in today's episode, which is week 1, of course, we're going to walk you through creating a really engaging sales form to collect the key information from your clients. So, okay, I just want to let you know that Sarah and I wanted to give you something a little more special that would really stick with you during this boot camp. Okay. And it would be really fun and actionable. Okay. So we came up with our own method. It's called the SMART method. And no, it's not that usual one like the SMART goals. It's not that. All right. It's actually our own method, which is way more exciting to us, right? So we're talking about strategy, motivation, actionable tip, reward, and takeaway in every single session during this 5-week boot camp. Okay. So you're going to get all of this. All right. And each step that I just explained to you is really designed to move you forward. We're going to keep you motivated. We want you to see real progress as we go. Okay. And you know what? We use SMART because we want you to work smarter, not harder, right? we all want that, don't we? So let's break this down and get it started. All right. So strategy is basically an action. We are creating a holiday inspired lead capture form that's going to be gather our key customer data. Number 2 is motivation. That's the why. We're capturing detailed information now, which will allow you to personalize your future campaigns and boost conversions. Your actionable tip is going to be to use a CRM system to drag and drop to use their drag and drop form builder to quickly create your lead form and offer an irresistible holiday incentive or discount. Okay. The reward is going to be the bonuses that we're going to be giving all of you lovely ladies that are joining us here in the boot camp. It's going to be a done for you holiday form template so that you can get started in minutes. If you have a different CRM system, we'll just give you a checklist. So no worries about that, but we are giving you tons of bonuses. And I mean, you'll see all of those at the end, but there's a lot because we really, really want to make this process easier for you. Okay. Because we want to cut out the overwhelm and get you on your way. And then the takeaway is your next step. What do you have to do next? So you're going to be setting up your form this week so that you can start building your holiday sales pipeline and stay ahead of the rush. Okay. All right. So that is it for the kind of the overview. And I just wanted to let everyone know that I'm going to introduce myself. If you don't know who I am, my name is Jody Marvin. I am a certified business strategist, and I also help women build virtual assistant businesses that they love from home. And you know what? I've been doing this line of work for well over a decade. And you know what? It's my mission to really help women like you create more flexible, more flexibility, fulfillment, and financial freedom in your lives. All right. And whether you're just starting out or looking to scale, I am here to support you on your journey. And I'm so excited to be here with Sarah, training you on this workshop. All right. So one of the ways that I do help women is through something called the VA Vault membership, which is a really resource-packed membership designed to give you all the tools and trainings and all the templates that you need to grow your VA business. All right. And it just gives you a bunch of different things. And I will be sharing that with you as we go along here in the boot camp. And so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to turn this over to Sarah. She can do her introduction and show you exactly what we got going on in the back end of our office here. So Sarah, take it away.
Hello, everybody. First of all, my name is Sarah McClintock, like Jody said, and a little bit of history. I met Jody through some trainings that we were in, but also I have taken one of her VA certification classes. And again, that's not my niche right now, but I wanted the skill set and the training and certification. For one of my multiple streams of businesses that I could offer people and help them with. So it was amazing. So if you're thinking about that or interested in what that is, you're in the right group because that happens here. But she has a lot of amazing things. And I will tell you, Jody, you always bring it. You exceed expectations. You always bring the bonuses. That's going to help us with our businesses. So you don't have to do that. You do that because you have a heart to help. So I appreciate you, and I appreciate you teaming up with me to do this. But Jody and I did start. I talked her into trying this. She was with another platform, and I'm like, "You got to try this. It's like amazing." The platform that we both use is called Social Connector, and it's on a Go High Level platform. But Jeremy Nix is the CEO and founder of that. And what that is when it's built on top of a system like that, he adds way more. So he has different what he calls bonuses, but it's more systems and applications that we can use to help our businesses. So he adds bonuses to that, and then he also builds tons of extra, and I'm going to say tons of extra into his platform. But he has a heart to serve too and help us. So I brought her on, and her and I have been partnering and brainstorming, and we wanted to do this together. So thank you for doing that with me, first and foremost. So what do? I do, again, multiple streams of income. I help women with multiple streams of income, passive income, and coaching and mentoring them into the possibilities of what is out there. I do have my own business in services. So I provide services to those that use Social Connector, need help with, systems and automations, and really looking at their business and helping them mentor and coach them. So that's where my passion is. I fell in love with this application and just love helping people build their businesses and just see them produce way more potential in income and in leads and customers for themselves. So that's about me. I get the fun part of building here today. And first of all, I'm going to show you the couple examples that we have that we've built. We're going to start off with the very simplest thing on this form. And then through these 5 weeks, we're going to build upon it and keep building until you have a full product of this system to implement. Like Jody said, if you do not have Social Connector, you may have something similar built on something else or through Go High Level. Perfectly fine. These steps still work. We're still here to help you. But we're also here to help, coach you and mentor you through this to help you learn. So that's what we'll do today. We will be asking for questions throughout the next week so we can help you build this. Our goal is that you get into action. But I do want to tell you, this is not just for the holidays. This should be every day, everything that you're doing, be it a new product, a new service, opportunity to your business, maybe just something that you have out there that you have not even implemented yet or shared. This should be done not just at the holidays, all the time. So we will help you with that. We will also give you tips and tricks along the way of things that we've learned and that might help you. So first of all, what you see here is my form. I did something very simple because like many, I work a full-time job. So that is part of my lifestyle. And so I wanted to make something very simple, get it out there so I could get it out to my friends and family and all of you to join us. So I just did something very simple. And what I will say here is, like Jody said, I'm going to try to promote knowing what you want to do ahead of time, getting it ready. It just makes it simple, but you don't have to. You can build this, save it, come back to it, go build it. I just like to try to streamline that and not have to go in and out of the application, because that contact switching, it takes time. So, and then you kind of lose focus. So as much as you can, I'm going to promote that. And so I'll walk you through that as we're building and tell you why and where. But this is my form. Again, I had a header. I really like things to look visual, but you could have it plain. I have first name, last name, and I made those mandatory. You don't have to. And then I have email, phone number. I did put phone number on there. I did not make phone number mandatory on mine. And then I did not in the beginning, I will tell you, did not have the Facebook profile URL. But when, as you saw with Jody's and what I'll show you, she added that and told me why. I did not make mine mandatory. I think hers is mandatory. So we'll show you those differences too. Always have a consent when you're doing email and phone number, because that is giving permission. And a little tip here, you do it once, you don't have to do it on everyone. But if you're getting new leads and things like that, you will want that, and they will have to fill that out. But that just saves you too. It gives you that permission. I also have a button, and then down here, because this is Jody's Facebook group, I did put that in there as well, just so people were aware what they were getting. And again, the button fires when you click on submit, that I'm in the programming mode here. So that is my form, works the same way as Jody's. And as we go through this each week, and we'll come back to these and show you exactly what we did, because that's what we did for this. We built a form, we built the email sequences, we built the automations, we built the pipelines, we built everything we're getting ready to show you. So we're going to be able to show you, and you're going through it, and we'll show you how to build it. So Jody, did I miss anything on mine?
It looks fabulous. I do want to ask Sarah, so email can also be not mandatory, right? I mean, you have to actually click required, but would it make sense to have a sales form if we didn't require the email address?
A sales form? What do you mean?
Yes, our opt-in form. So we would always want to make sure the email is required.
Yes. Yeah, you have to do that. Otherwise it won't build the good.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's what we want. We want to get it into our CRM, our contact list. That way, and what that does with the automations that we'll show you, it tags that person. We're going to give it a tag. And then later on, when holidays are over, or you want to follow up with those people that came here and say, hey, because we're going to have more of these. Hey guys, you went through this one. Here's our next one. Are you interested? And then get them back into that new workflow and process. So you definitely want an email. I think you have to have an email or a phone number, but you have to have one to build the contact. Yes.
Awesome.
Good point. Okay, so now we're going to look at Jody's. I stole it. She gave it to me, so I'm going to use it. But she did the exact same thing. She did do her own header, a different header. I wanted the schedule on mine, so I just used what we already had, reuse, right? I'm going to reuse it as much as possible. But she did build a new header. Again, what she said before and what I said, first name, last name, email, phone number. Oh, you did not make your phone number mandatory. I thought you did.
I did that.
You get to customize what is written in your instructions here. She wrote something a little bit different. I even placed mine differently, right? If you remember, mine was at the bottom. So yeah. And then she had her Facebook URL, and then her consent, of course, and then her button, like she explained. But she put this background on it. So again, a little bit different. It does look pretty. I've seen lots of different things in the background. I've seen plain ones too, but you don't have to, because those of you who came in on mine, and if you want to test mine out, I'm totally good. If you guys want my link, we'll get that to you too. And you can test mine out too. Again, we don't spam. If we are sending anything, it's to add value, education, entertainment. I know we like to entertain a little bit, but usually that's really all it is, and it's not too often either. But yeah, you can try that too. But you can make it look however you want. So again, I'm going to now show you how to do that. Check the questions. No questions. Okay. So now once you get into our application, there's a lot going on here. I have a lot of things. I think I'm up to 7 streams of income and different things that I do. And when I say that, that may not mean the same thing. So it's kind of everything: products, services, opportunities, personal health. I do a lot of different things. So I have a lot. So plus I build for other people. So I have a lot of things out here. But what you'll do once you get in here, or any system you're in, and they have forms, you just go into forms. There's a couple different ways you could do this. You can build from templates, and I'll show you that in a minute, or you can build from scratch. I typically build from scratch because I like to make up mine, but I have built from templates, and I'm going to go in here. And again, you get tons of, I don't know how this is showing, but it's looking weird on my screen. But anyway, it has tons of pre-built templates. And if you selected one of those, you could select any of these. You can even preview it to see if it's what you want before you select it. But once you do pick one, you can add it to your account, and then tips, clone it. You can duplicate it, or you can just start building it. I always clone it. That way I have it in case I want to reuse it. But you can change this. So you could use the format and have some of the fields or the images or whatever, or you can completely get rid of it and just add what you want and keep certain things. So you wouldn't have to necessarily build it, or if you really liked it, you could just put, your information on it if you needed to. So you can use these. Jody, have you used any?
I actually, let me see. I believe I did bring one in, and I just changed the colors and some of the fields and things like that. Yeah, because it made it so easy.
Yeah. Yeah. I like to sometimes, if I want a different background and I don't want to go create an image or something, I'll do that. But yeah, I typically build my own. And I think that's a tip from Jeremy. He taught me that when I was learning. But when you go build your own, again, it will bring in the typical opt-in information that people have, and then you customize it from there. Always name it. So we're going to do test here. And that's just so you can find it later. I've done so many with just the whatever it gives me, and then I'm going through and you can see all of them listed in my account sometimes. And then everything you do in any application, save it, because I've lost it before. Everybody loses it. Sometimes technology is technology. It will kick you out and you just built everything and maybe not saved it. So as much as you can, save. So that's my first tip to you. And then what I do is I typically go through here and see if I want to get rid of anything. But you could, get rid of it. I'm going to get rid of everything first, and then I'm going to show you how to get it back. But again, simple, it's already there. I'm going to leave that for now. But yeah, so say this was blank or whatever. This is what you do. You click on this plus over here, And it gives you all of these things. Full name, you could do just full name, first name, last name, date of birth, phone, email. You can add buttons just like this. You can add payments, which we'll talk about that later. But you can, on a form, add payments and collect payments to sell products or collect payments. You can add address, city, state, country, postal, organization, websites. These are text boxes where you can add boxes for single line, multi-line, text box list, single drop down, multi drop down, checkbox, radio, and then customize. So you can customize things like with HTML and things like that. A lot of people don't do that, especially on simple forms. And then again, other elements like images, file uploads. So like if you want somebody to send you a video, or, you know, if they're submitting a form and wants to send you that, or you want them to send you a picture of them so you know it's somebody, right? Yeah, I mean, simple things like that, you can have that image uploaded. File uploads, if you have a PDF, things like that, you can add that to these things. Monetary, number, date picker, and signature if you need somebody to sign for stuff, right? So lots of things you can do just on a form. We're going to make it very simple. Again, this is simple systems right now, and getting people up and going. I always do first name because sometimes I just like first name, last name. The button's already there, but you could pull another button over if you wanted. I guess it only lets me have one. Whoops. Let's see, what else do I want? Email, right? Where was email? There's email. I always do that. And then we had phone on the other one. So there's that. And then I always do an image because I like to make mine cute and pretty. And I always put my image up there. You can do, where's text box? Where was it? Oh, there it is. No, right here. Okay. So text. So say you wanted to do a header somewhere, right? You could do that. Okay, I'm going to save. All right. So now say this is all I needed right now. And then now we're going to go format it. So first thing is first, like I said, you know, you would want to try to create your header if you are like that. I'm like that. I try, but if I forget, and I have forgot, then I would just, again, make sure it was saved, and I'd go into Canva, create what I wanted. And typically in Canva, you can do an email header, and you can just type in email header, or you can do a YouTube thumbnail that works in this space as well pretty nicely. Or you can just do a simple square. So like if you wanted a logo, you could put a logo there too. So it really takes any of those sizes. Whoops. And now I have to, what do I have here? Okay. Let me see if I can find, I wasn't prepared for that one, I guess. Oh, downloads. So yeah, you just find your image. I typically would have that ready to go. So I apologize, but that was, I don't even remember what day that was. I might just have to pick one. Oh, wow. I have a lot. Okay, well, we're just going to pick one.
Lots of choices.
Yeah. So again, this is just one that you'll see in the workbook. But again, you can do that. And then you can size these for whatever size you want to make it look nice. You would do that. So that's what we'll leave there. That's not my header, but I didn't see my header real quick to pick. And then of course you don't have to do anything with name and email and phone number. Here you can type what you want. So this would be your header to get started. The other thing you can do here is the different sizes. So if you wanted it smaller, you can do that. You can change the background if you wanted a background color or whatever. You can change the font color. So if you wanted, to match to your brand colors, things like that, you could totally do that. You can change the padding, which changes it so it's different sizes. You can add a shadow and things like that. So you're just customizing this to what you want. This consent, again, it will automatically put one there. And again, I would leave these. But if you wanted to get rid of it, you totally can. You can X out of it. I'm just on the safe side. But you rewrite this, just make sure, you can put this into Chat GPT too and rewrite this. But I always ask for consent, or say I give Sarah McClintock consent to email or text me, whatever, right? Just make it so they know what they're giving consent for. And again, you can just rewrite this. I give Sarah consent to, if I could spell, email me. Okay. Again, you can change the text, and if you had a link, you can change that too. And then the button, you can make this say whatever you want. Buy now for exclusive discount, whatever, right? You can, whatever your call to action is, whatever you want them to do, you can do that there. You can have a subtext, and that can be a different color. Subtext. I was like, what am I going to type here? Again, you can change the button color. You can bring in your brand color. You just need your hex code. You can add a border to it. You can really do, and you can make it as thick as you want. So, did that even do it? Huh. Did that do it? No, I better save before I lose that. Okay, so yeah, so you can customize your button. Let's see what else is there. Padding, you can change it to it so it's not full width. Why is that not changing? Am I on the right thing? Oh, I'm on background. Text, subtext, button. That's weird. That's not working. Do you see that, Jody? Am I doing something wrong?
So for the
Oh, there it is. 50. Yes. There we go. Okay, sorry. You have to put the percent in this one. See, I'm learning something. Yes,
we're always learning. We're always learning. Yes.
I know. But yeah, I guess you got to read, right? So you can make that any way you want. And then again, adjust your font size, things like that. But really, you can customize this as much as you want to there. I typically get rid of that. Unless you have your own. Some people write their own, and you can write that in ChatGPT as well. ChatGPT is our friend. Again, I'm going to save real quick. And then the other thing that people forget on this form is, again, once you get it exactly how you want it, and you're ready to go from the form aspect, the one thing I always say, and here, I'll show you this too real quick. So this is a single column. You can do a double column. I think that's what both of us did on ours. I know you did. Did I? Yep, I did too. But we did both double columns. So you could do that. You can do a single line like that. And sometimes those are really done when you're in a funnel and you just want one line too, this one liner, but you can do it that way. I typically do this one or this one. So that's kind of how we had it. And then the last thing I always do is go to options. Now there's several ways you can do this. What I always say is always put your message as you're building this, and then you can come back and we'll also be showing you different things too. But you want to put a thank you, let them know that they are done, whatever other next steps or whatever. And then you can customize the message too. You can customize the background, the fonts, the size, all that kind of stuff. Or, and we'll teach you this later too, but you can have it when you click on a button, open in a URL and go somewhere else. You would just place that URL there. So that's pretty cool. And then the third one is order confirmation. And I think Jody will, depending on time, will either show you that tonight or that is part of what we'll show you throughout too when we get to payments and automations and things like that too. But it's really cool that you can change that. When I first started, only used message with it. And then I would set up my automations to send whatever out. Now I've really been using the open URL more and taking them where I want them to go next, either my website, a page, a course, wherever I want them to go. I've been using that one a lot more lately. But in the beginning, I just used message. I played it safe.
Yeah. And it's okay to play it safe now too, right?
Yes.
Just to get it set up, especially for beginners. That's fine.
Yep. Because again, just do it, right? Right now, you'll get better and you'll learn new things and add things like the payment options, things like that. And then, just making it fun, customizing it, just like Jody did. When I gave her, my version of the form, she took it and did all this. So it's pops, it's fun. And you can just do so much with this. And you then, when this is done and you're ready to go, you just share the link. You click on integrate and it says copy link. And once this is all set up, we're going to do this. And this is what we did. We copied that link and sent it to you guys, right? That's how you got here. And then you went through everything else that we're going to learn over the next 5 weeks. So, so that's the form. That's all there is. Jody, did I miss anything?
I think you covered it all. It looks amazing. I mean, it's very simple. It's basically you're popping fields and text and images into a drag and drop builder. It's that simple. And that, of course, it does more powerful things, but we want to start simple right now. And then, like you said, build upon it so that we can learn more. All right. So I believe Sarah has to jump off. She has other meetings to attend. So I just want to thank Sarah for coming on here and, just giving us this hands-on stuff. And what I'm going to do, you guys, is I'm going to quickly show you my sales form on the back end, just because I did change it up a little bit. So this is my sales form in my CRM system right here. Okay. And I actually ended up adding a little bit more text right here. You know why? Because it kind of told the person who's visiting here what you're going to get out of this boot camp. All right. Now, I do want to show you very quickly where this form goes to, because I actually, as Sarah showed you, if I click over here onto options, I have a URL. So when someone fills out this information, it goes to that URL. Okay. So if I'll just use my own name. Here we go. Let me see. Actually, it is right here. I have it ready to go. So Jody Marvin, there's my email address. I'm not going to do the phone. And this is just a test, and I consent. I just want to show you this quickly to show you how powerful these forms can be. Look at this. So of course, this was for the boot camp. If you signed up using my form, this is the page that it took you to, giving you instructions. Okay. Calls to action, right? That's what we want to give our customers. We want to tell them what, we want to lead them. What step do we want them to take, right? So we try to plan and strategize that as we're creating our forms. All right. Okay. So we are going to get back to our workbook. All right. And we're going to wrap some things up here. So exciting. All right, you guys. So that does wrap up our week 1 session. And this is, again, all about creating your holiday opt-in form. All right. So now you have the foundation to really start capturing your leads and building some momentum for your holiday sales. All right. So, make sure that you implement what we covered today. Okay. And we do have some homework for you, right? Because we want you to take what you learned and to apply it in your CRM system. Okay. Now, if you do not have a CRM system, we actually have a bonus for you that I will post in a couple minutes, but we want to give everyone here on us a 14-day free trial to the CRM system that we use that is amazing. If you've ever heard my story before, I have gone through 4 or 5 different CRM systems in the last year, and they just did not do everything that I needed them to do. And my expenses just kept going up and up and up. And my overhead I needed to do something different. That's when Sarah introduced Social Connector to me. And I said, you know what, I got to try something. And I tried it, and I finally got moved over to it, and it's amazing. I also I'm an operations manager. I help clients with their operations. So I do have a few clients of myself, of my own. And you know what? I actually introduced this to one of my clients, and I'm moving them over to Social Connector, and they are saving $10,000, actually upwards of $10,000 per year. Yes, $10,000 per year. Isn't that crazy? So Social Connector is an amazing tool. It's an all-in-one. It does all this stuff plus more. So if you want that 14-day free trial, we'll be popping that link in the comments later on so that you can actually set up your trial and go in and do all this work in the background. Or if you already have a CRM system, excellent. Just take this information and then just build your opt-in form inside your CRM system. Okay. All right. Because this will work for everyone. All right. So your homework for this week is number 1. We're keeping this simple. Your homework's going to be simple. All right. So think about your holiday offer and your discount. Okay. That was back, on page 4 or 5. All right. Think about that and, get the juices flowing. What do you want to offer? What's your discount going to be? Okay. Number 2 is we want you to prepare your form graphics. Okay. And remember that we're going to give you 2 links to 2 Canva templates. It's going to be the links to the headers that we created, and also the background image that I have used in one of my other forms. And I can actually show you my other form. I think it may be, this is the other form, and I can actually show you this in more detail. But the background on here that says Black Friday with a yellow background, that's going to be given to you, and you can actually change out the picture, but you'll have the exact size that you need, and you'll be ready to go. Okay. That's why we love templates so much. And that's why we want to provide those to you to make it just as easy as we can for all of you. Okay. Number 3 is to start or finish building your opt-in form. Okay. Now you don't have to complete it, of course, because this is going to be a work in progress. So if you don't finish it yet, no worries. We have 5 weeks. Okay. So we're going to take this slow. We're going to keep it simple. Even though we're taking it slow, we do want you to implement though, right? We want you to take action so that when we're done, our last boot camp session is week 5 on October 30th. We want you to be able to share your link to your form so that you can get your offer out there. Okay. So exciting. And number 4 is to please post a screenshot of your form that you're working on and pop it in the homework feed of our Facebook group. Okay. Because we want to see your progress, you guys. All right. And we're here to cheer you on. Right. So when you do post a screenshot of your form in the homework feed, if you could do me a favor and just tag me or Sarah, either one of us or both of us, so that we can check it out, because we really want to see what you're working on. Okay. And again, we're here to cheer you on. You got this. And if you need any of our help, we are here to help you. All right. So just remember that we do have some bonuses again for you for this week. So we want to make this as easy as possible for you. Keep it as simple as possible. So we have an email header template in Canva. All right. So you can grab that link. We'll be popping that in shortly in the comments. So keep your eye out for that. All right. And then we also have the background image. We also have a done for you holiday template, form template. Okay. So what Sarah showed you, we're going to have one of those created just for you, so you don't have to start from scratch. All right. Now, if you're using Social Connector, we would be able to drop that form right into your account. If you're not using Social Connector, if you're using another CRM, don't worry about it. We'll just send you a PDF of what ours looks like, or a screenshot, and you can just kind of duplicate it by site and manually. Okay. All right. So now I really want to encourage you all to implement, okay, as we go along this week. All right. Because again, the boot camp is designed to make the process simple by focusing on one step at a time, and we're going to build upon it. All right. If you try to conquer the entire process all at once or rush at the end, like create a fire drill, it could feel overwhelming, and we want to try to avoid that. So just trust the process, take it step by step, and by the end, you'll have everything that you need, set up smoothly, and you'll be ready for holiday success. All right. Sarah and I can't wait to see what amazing opt-in forms you guys are going to come up with, okay? Because you can be as creative or as simple as you want. It doesn't matter, because we don't want to overthink it, right? So don't forget to post the screenshots of your opt-in form in the group, okay? And you guys, listen, this is a great way, and a lot of you probably, you may already know how to do all this automation stuff, and that's okay too. But sometimes, like I said in the beginning, time goes so quickly, and we get to the holidays and we're like, oh, I don't know. It's too overwhelming because I don't know my offer. I don't know my discount. I have to set, I can't remember how to do a form, this and that, or I need to do a whole sales funnel. No, you don't, right? We can keep this simple. All right. Yes, it's going to be such a relief, Rebecca, to be ready for holiday sales. We are going to be ready on October 30th, you guys. We're going to be ready to launch on October 30th. That's before November 1st. So we're going to be ready this month, and we're going to do it so simply, so easily. If you can't make it to the lives during the month of October, don't worry about it. Don't stress. We will have the replays, but I would encourage you to be on the lives because it's so much fun and we have prizes. Okay. All right. So don't forget to post your screenshot in the group. Next week, we're going to be moving on to the email campaign setup. All right. And this is where you're really going to start like engaging with your leads and just building excitement for all of your holiday offers and things like that. Right. And I'm really looking forward to that as well. And hopefully you'll all come with your opt-in forms, like, kind of getting there, right? Or even finished, right? For those of you that are go-getters, right? So thanks again, you guys, for being here. Have a great week, and let's really make those opt-in forms shine. And, let's just get ready to rock our holiday sales. Okay. We are going to do this together. All right. We had so much fun today, you guys. Thanks again for joining. And I will see you next week, next Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern time. All right. Thanks for being here. Bye, guys.